Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Civilization 6 in our For Queen and Country series. I need to get something out of the way really quickly, just a technical note before we begin this episode. This is going to be one of those episodes that I have unfortunately already played through. You might remember, I think it was in this series, a few episodes back, I mentioned that I had just installed the Creators Update and that I wanted you guys to help look out for any performance hitches or anything that I might not spot, just as a little bit of extra assistance, if you wouldn't mind. Well, the Creators Update was terrible. It, despite whether or not I was running game mode, which definitely didn't work, I just was having performance slowdowns on a PC that should not have performance as bad as it was. So I went ahead and reverted, and in the process of reverting, my microphone got cut off without my knowledge. I didn't see that coming. I should have checked it, but I recorded this entire episode, and then it was there was no commentary. It was just the game audio. So I'm re-recording it. This is not a voiceover. This is not a dub. I am actually going to play the episode again. It's been a few days, so that's why a few days back there was not a For Queen and Country episode. For those of you who have been following this, thankfully nobody's commented, so I think it's really just the diehards, and you guys are, well, hopefully content to wait. So again, I apologize for the wait, but let's go ahead and dive in here. And so yeah, this episode there could be some commentary along the lines of, oh, I remember this or I remember that, because, I've seen things happen a couple times. So, yeah, let's go ahead and attack where we can. We are still trying to capture Rome. We also have our tank down here, and one thing that I want to do is not only, we've wrecked their spaceport, which is great, but I want to wreck their industrial center as well, so that they are really slow at rebuilding it. That just seems like a logical thing to do next. Let's leave these units in the water for now. Yeah, observation balloon, you can just go to sleep. And can I tie you? Yes, there we go. All right, we're going to keep that Great General just rotating for now. And yes, there's a barbarian encampment down there. So I'm going to send the infantry down to deal with it. We're going to have these redcoats hang out in Chikawa. Is that how that's pronounced? Chikawa? Well, that's where they're going to go. In this episode, we are going to capture Rome. I mean, you knew that was going to happen regardless of whether I'd played through this episode's content or not. Rome will fall, and it'll be fantastic. All right, so this new city is about to grow one tile, which is nice. That should help it build that watermill a little bit faster. Okay, looks like we've had a city-state declare war. Granada has declared war on us. All right, I'll have to keep an eye on that. I have a battleship in the water near them, so I might be able to do something with that. Uh-oh. So, oh no! So the Disrupt rocketry mission in Neapolis was aborted. So Garrett, however, has gained... So we heard the spy failure and the spy success sound just there. And Garrett has found... sources knowledgeable of the inner workings of Florentia, so we're going to have to pay a visit in as well. Let's first take a look at this unit here. Yes, that's what I wanted. So let's go ahead and annihilate these musketmen first and foremost. Not going to kill them, not that quickly, but we can be working on that. Lester, what do I need to build up here? Where is your entertainment center? Right there? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're definitely going to build a zoo, because that's going to help amenities pretty much in this entire area. That's, as far as entertainment center placement goes, that's pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. It's not going to help Roscommon. It's a little bit too far, but still good placement. All right, these are just the land units. We're going to keep these out of play until... Rome has been completely worn down. Now this fighter's barely doing any damage to Rome itself, but it's going to take another couple of turns to really get this city all the way down, but then we can just move in with probably a tank unit or an army unit and take the city when it has 0 health. Probably next turn, I imagine. All right, let's attack those guys as well. We're trying to wear down that particular encampment in Florentia. Also, someone had brought up the option, I do want to mention this, I mentioned this in the first version of this episode that I recorded, and it's important. Someone had brought up that you can coastal raid with submarines, and I actually had no idea. I thought coastal raiding was exclusive to the Vikings, so my bad for not being more familiar with what specifically the submarine can do in a unique way, but you totally can, so I'm going to experiment with that wherever I possibly can. All right, so let's go ahead and try to disrupt rocketry here in Florentia. And then here, I mean, we need to sabotage production. We don't really need to siphon funds. We've got an awesome income. We could steal a tech boost. Let's try and steal a tech boost. Let's do that. All right, and then this unit has 5 movement. It'll take 2 movement to get over there. And then pillaging takes 2 movement, right? It is 2 movement. I think so. Three movement. All right, so I'll be able to, well, all right, this, I might be risking this tank's life a little bit, but we're going to do this. Pillage. Okay, good, I can still move. So it's going to take me 2 turns to get all the way back there, but I can at least withdraw to the spaceport to where I'm out of range of that encampment. And then we will continue to move through our units. Okay, London has a new trade route available. I kind of want to crank up, oh, we don't have our trade mod going in this series. I missed that already from the Elder King series. Let's see. Yeah, let's trade with Orleans. I mean, we get a little bit of gold out of that. Well, it's not really that much. I think I'd rather go for just the +5 production from Saint Nazaire. Let's do that. That's a really nice boost. And then it looks like there's a housing issue down here in Saint Nazaire, so maybe this builder that I just finished can come down here and build some stuff that would help. Yeah, there's definitely space for some farms. Okay, so those tiles don't belong to Saint Nazaire's. That tile does. All right, so why don't you come... Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, this one. All right, so yeah, we're going to build a farm there, and maybe that'll help with housing, but we might need to build a neighborhood district in there. Okay, there's that, and we need to improve that copper as well. France is repairing up pretty quickly. We pretty much control France, which is nice. We talked about this last episode. We also have control of this city that was south of our previous territory in the Iberian Peninsula. So we're bordering Spain now. This aircraft carrier just needs to come all the way down. Okay, what's happening? I don't know what that was. What are you doing? Oh man, this game is tripping hardcore. What's happening? I've never had this happen before. Now, I've mentioned before that playing on these large maps can mess with Civilization 6, just the performance of the game. But notice how it's kind of freezing right now. I wonder why that's happening. That's really strange. That's the first time for me, recording or not. Interesting. Again, vanilla Civ 6 doesn't do that. If you're watching this and you're going, oh god, does Civ 6 does it have performance problems that bad? This is using a custom map that is bigger than the... Oh, Philip. Apparently, we are another Judas, come to betray the Lord. So be it. So be it. All right, we have a bomber training up in Toulouse, so when we get that carrier around here, which will be less than 13 turns, we can move that bomber in and do some damage from afar as we war on Rome. Now, someone had mentioned in a comment that possibly Rome might be heading for Fleet Fjord. What's this? Did someone just get fired on? Oh yeah, they just fired on my tank. All right, thankfully there are lots of farms around so we can wreck stuff. So here's how this is going to go.
Aim for the moon. If you miss, you may hit a star.
No, you won't. You won't even come close. All right, so that unit's healed. So someone had mentioned in a previous episode that they noticed, rather. Someone had mentioned that that a Roman army was coming for Fleet Fjord, and hopefully not. Now that we are about to capture Rome, I would hope that any army that they had in the area would be maybe turning around, you know, and maybe heading for the capital as quickly as possible. But who knows? So this might do it. We might be able to move our tank in this turn. Let's probably send the tank corps in. Yeah, this should do it. Especially once the level 3 ships can have their have their day. Yep. So this tank corps is going to come in and capture Rome. That last attack wasn't even necessary. All right, now this is going to take a second for the game to process because it's a capital of a large empire on a large map late in the game. So yes, I just gave the order. It's probably going to take another 5 or 10 seconds. Twiddle your thumbs with me. Notice, by the way, that Rome has the Colossus. So we're going to get a wonder out of this, which will actually be helpful to us. There it is. Love it. And the tank got promoted. So our progress towards suffrage has advanced considerably, and we captured a unit from Rome. So I think we just got the space age boost. Or the not the space age, but the... let's have a look. Was it the space race civic? Is that what we got the first boost on? Yeah. So we got that boost as a result of capturing a city with a spaceport, I think. Let's go ahead and keep Rome. We have no other choice but to keep it. And yeah, I'm just going to build a trader in Wexford and see if we can get some extra production that city's way. Dijon, you need... You're actually not growing at all, which I find interesting. So we probably need more housing in Dijon. An aqueduct would give us some housing. There's already fresh water. That would really limit my production. So if I went for... Let's go for stock exchange first, because that'll be done relatively soon. And then we're going to repair the watermill first here, get some production out of Rome. And now we just need to land some of our units. Right, we're going to move this unit a little bit closer. Now we're going to land our tank there. Get our infantry army there. Our other infantry units can come... Just want to make sure I don't put anyone somewhere where they can get fired on, but I think they'll be okay if they go there. And then this artillery unit, as much as I want to keep firing, well, I'll keep you there because you're in a good spot, but I want to move some of the other artillery back towards the mainland because we can get these on land now and do substantially more damage. So yeah, we're going to mess around with coastal raiding and see if maybe we can knock out that spaceport. That is one thing I did not do in the previous incarnation of this episode, so we'll see how it goes. Inverness. Oh, we also need to improve that uranium up there. You guys have been talking about that for a few episodes, and you are totally right. We need to improve that, especially if we're going to nuke anyone at any point, which may not be necessary. It really may not. I think we actually are doing pretty well here. Let's trade with Dijon for that big food boost. But yeah, I do need to take this builder. I think I sent this builder... Actually, we're about to have one in Exeter. Maybe I'll send that one up to the top at Inverness really quickly and have them take care of that. Also, what the heck? Hang on. What are you doing? I don't remember giving you an order last turn, and yet you're just sitting there. Well, let's figure out what you can do then. Shipwreck. Go. I don't know what's going on with that guy. All right, so we can do... Ooh, we can do a coastal resort there. Seaside resort, I should say. And then Exeter, I need as much production as possible for you. If there's a +5 somewhere, yep, St. Nazaire's, do it. Because that city has just been anemic in its production since the beginning of the game. Copper mine. And aircraft carrier. I'm going to move this rather than trying to select its final destination, which was causing those lockups. I'm going to move it kind of just one bit at a time. Interesting. If I fire on the warrior in the water, it survives. If I fire on them on land, they die. Which I find funny. But yeah, I want to kill that one so that he wouldn't destroy my farms. Nice. Artifact here. Let's go for an Amsterdam artifact. Next turn. Nobody likes us, except for Peter, and kind of Tamiris. Well, Tamiris is... Well, isn't Tamiris dead? No, Tamiris is still there. She wouldn't be there if she was alive. It was Gorgo that died. That's right, it was Gorgo. So we're about to finish this battleship in London. We can send that down to help out with the remaining attacks on these coastal cities, which are totally doable. We just have to knock out this guy first. This is our next problem. And I need to get an observation balloon. What was that? Oh, I had a trader, apparently. Oh, up here. Oh, that's weird. Did they attack... What did they attack with? It says they attacked Rabat. I have no idea what they attacked with, but it didn't do anything. Alright, so this tank is promotable. Let's go ahead and give them... Yeah, combat strength versus fortified defenders. And this submarine's promotable as well. Oh, excellent. So let's give them... let's do... Ooh. Yeah, let's do boarding. Work our way down that entire chain. So our trade route capacity has been increased. Let's take a quick look at the Colossus and see what we get from this. So we got the extra trade route and a free trader, but we don't get that because we didn't build it. It must be built on the coast. And of course there's a +3 gold and extra great admiral points. So it's pretty nice that we got that. All right, so we also have a settler here. I'm going to go ahead and put this settler out on Corsica. And we're going to found a city there. That just seems appropriate since Rome has been slacking and they haven't done it themselves. Let's put this artillery unit there. We'll move them on land in the next turn. We definitely do need... I'm going to move you into range there. We do need to have some observation balloons to back up our artillery that are going to be here, because otherwise they won't have this 3-tile range and we won't be able to do as much damage to these districts that we need to hurt. Alright, but meanwhile, I'm going to take some of my other boats and start making life difficult for this thing. Alright, so I'm going to move this submarine into position to coastal raid. That one's just gotten promoted, so I can't do anything with it. And then this one, I also need... Let's go ahead and move you there, and you might be able to fire. Yes, you can. Perfect. Alright. We need to do a little bit of repositioning here. Let's move that army there, and then this artillery can come on land right there. We have a few other artillery units that we can also move into position. I just don't want to be reckless here, because I may or may not have been the last time I was recording this episode and lost units needlessly. Let's go ahead and put this army there to guard the spaceport. Actually, wait. Let's put that army there. And I want to have artillery there and artillery there. So once we have some observation balloons in place, let's see if we can purchase them. Yes, we can. We can purchase another one next turn as well. We are going to be able to do a lot of damage. So the observation balloon, once again, gives you... Can I actually see what its benefits are from looking at it? No, I can't. I think it's either units on the same tile, but I saw something in this series, I think, about to adjacent bombard strength units. So I just need to have it on one of these artillery here, and it should boost the range of both to be able to hit Neapolis, which we're totally going to start doing. Let's go for a stock exchange here. Now that we have that production boost, that'll be done a lot sooner. That's a good spot for a campus. Let's go ahead and build that. I'm actually thinking more long-term about things again. We're not going to be playing, most likely, for like 50 more turns. It might, maybe, but it's definitely not going to be 100 more turns, and probably not 50. Like, it just depends on how long it takes. It's actually not even a function of turns. It's a function of how long each turn takes to process and how many episodes we're going to have, because we're this late in the game. But I actually do think we can win this now that we have beaten back Rome's... Oh, wait. That was the wrong choice. Let's go for production in Orleans first. Let's repair the neighborhood in Paris. And then, yeah, this submarine just needs to chill. This battleship can chill. You can hang out as well. Yep, you just go on alert. You go on alert. And this battleship... What would be the best thing to do here? Let's... If I put you here, you can fire on things. Huh. No, I think I'd rather... I'll bring this battleship up here, then next turn we'll put him in a better position to help with this whole situation. Alright, aircraft carrier, go on pause. You are fully healed, so why don't you come back here and do that again? And now Neapolis definitely won't be repairing that anytime soon. I feel kind of bad, in a way, because I am... Well, not to use a bad word, but I'm exploiting something that I have really railed against in Civ, which is that I do feel that districts take too long to repair. They do, and I think either in a mod or a future version of the game, that should be fixed. It is absolutely ludicrous how long it takes to repair districts in the game, and I'm using that to my advantage now. By wrecking their district buildings, it's going to be a lot harder for them to... I'm making it a lot harder for them to catch up and get their space program repaired. So Granada is going to regret declaring war on me. I could make peace with them, but I think I've done this a few times in this series as well, and I wanted to bring this up. You know, there's a glitch with the current version of Civ 6 that I wasn't aware of. Apparently, you shouldn't be able to make peace with city-states immediately. I always knew there was a bit of a delay, but when I noticed that sometimes I could make peace immediately, I assumed it was because of some other reason, like I had a lot of influence or power, or they were afraid of me or something like that. And I never realized it was something that wasn't working correctly. So I try to give... After a city-state declares war in my current Let's Plays, while the bug has not been fixed, I try to give them 10 turns, basically. And I think it's unlikely we're going to see that fixed for a while, because I imagine that they are working on the first expansion for Civ 6 right now. Now that they've released all of the DLC Civs for the Collector's Edition, we might get another patch, just like bug fixing, so that could be it. But... if I had to guess what the team is spending their time working on right now, they are conceptualizing the first expansion features for Civ 6. I don't have that on any good authority. That's just based on intuition. Alright, so our tank is getting attacked again. Big surprise. Rome has added Monasterium. Friendship with Peter has run its course and will have to be renewed. Alright, London is in need of a new project. I'm going to go ahead and build a power plant so we get that production in London. And then I'm going to move this battleship all the way down here. Yeah, you're just fine. For whatever reason, I can't do that same thing with the carrier. It goes crazy on me. But alright, let's just keep nuking these guys down here. Granada is just losing units left and right. They were dumb enough to declare war on me, and they haven't upgraded any of their units. As is a common thing in Civ 6, it's been getting better, but it's still a little sketchy. Military Academy here. Again, focusing on production. Oh, there's a battleship right here. Hello. Use them for the Granada war effort for now. Again, attacking warriors in the water doesn't kill them. Doesn't make any sense, but alright. Spaceport build, but notice how long those take to build. It's ridiculous. Oh, we also need to build the Sydney Opera House. Maybe I'll build that in London after this is done. Let's do a trader in Le Havre, and then an armory here. Again, production, production, production. Repair the armory there. All right. Now this is our Great Admiral. I don't need you to do anything different. All right, so let's take our... Yep, it's confirmed. This adjacent artillery unit is being boosted by the presence of this observation balloon. So anything in this tile group right here will get boosted by the balloon. That's awesome. Good to know. So I'm going to tie you guys together, and you guys can start firing. As soon as that thing's out of the picture, Florentia will be in play. We might actually be able to do a lot of damage to the city, but we need to wreck that encampment first. But if we can do it with our submarines, as we're about to find out, that'll be a big win. Let's take our fighter and do a little bit more damage that way. We need bombers. These are old school fighters. That's part of the reason they're not doing a ton of damage. All right, coastal raid time. So if I put you here, coastal raid. Holy crap! Holy crap! Had I only known. All right, so that is. I appreciate the commenter who brought that up because I legit did not know. I thought that was a Viking thing. Now I know submarines are capable of that. If any other units are capable of it, that would be good to know. But yeah, that's handy. So I probably should have known that. I remember hearing something about coastal raiding and submarines early on, but I just don't think it clicked, and it didn't really reemerge in my memory until I was reminded of that. So that's awesome. So we've now wrecked Florentia's spaceport, and Rome's chances of catching up in the space race are even less. I think we actually have a shot at this. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here, and in the next one we are going to... Well, first of all, what I need to do right now is let's go ahead and purchase another observation balloon, right? And we're going to put this one... let's go ahead and do a few tiles as well. Rome's got a few traders moving through our territory, which they're going to regret. Let's go ahead and plunder that. Plunder that. So their economy is in tatters. All right, so all three of these artillery should be able to fire on Neapolis. Maybe not this one because of all the woods, but in the next turn, they'll be able to do that. And then this tank just needs to get the hell out while they can. They've got 4 out of 4 movement right now. If I go here and pillage... It's not worth it. Yeah, I just need to get away and heal up. And then maybe if nothing attacks them, then I can continue to just pillage in this area to weaken Neapolis. But anyway, we're going to keep focusing on taking the Italian peninsula from Rome. That went very, very well, particularly because they didn't send any kind of naval counterattack. So unfortunately, this does kind of highlight the AI deficiencies in Civ. We're playing on King difficulty, which you would expect the AI to be good enough at that level to really mount a strong counterassault, and I just took their capital, and they let me. But for the purposes of this series, it means we might actually win, which, you know, there's different ways to look at it. I can understand you might kind of feel like, well, you know. But on the other hand, we're going to win, which is always better than losing, especially when it's been, you know, so, like, it felt like such a certain loss for so long. It's good to find a way to pull the win out in a way that's based on actually playing the game as is. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes and for Queen and Country, as always, except for the last one, again, sorry about that, are coming out every other day at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.